Hi, greetings, poetry cretins. Kimlin, hey. Oh, I'm excited for your piece tonight. I'm super excited. Hey, Ike, how you doing? Oh, welcome, welcome. Oh, Alex has come back to us. Welcome back, Alex. I see you, Messiah. Welcome. Greetings, everyone. We're just letting everybody get into the room. Welcome, welcome. Fongo, welcome, Pongo. How are you? All right. Bill Elkins is in the building, okay? Which also means the California is also in the building with us. Thank you and welcome. Yes, yes, please feel free to greet each other in the chat. There goes Joski. He's always hitting us with the very serious eyes until he realizes that we're talking to him, and then he starts to smile. Greetings, greetings. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, June. Annabelle Smith. Got some new folks up in here. Welcome, welcome. Yup, RMT is in the house. You know RMT, yeah, you know me. Yes, he's going to share some lovely things with us this evening. Is that Wit? Okay, Wit. Greetings. Hey, welcome, welcome. I see Julian has joined us as well. The room is jumping in. Yes. Hey, waving right back at ya. For those folks who are joining us on Facebook and YouTube land, we are just starting and letting our friends trickle in before we get into the show. So you'll hear me just yelling out some names and just letting everybody know that they are welcome in the space. And what better way to know you're welcome than to hear your name, right? Hear somebody say it's you and welcome to you. Absolutely. So we got some more folks just heading in. We usually give people, 4 to 5 minutes to trickle in before we get the party started. Hey, hey, Tom Conto. Our resident horn has joined us. Now the festivities may begin. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad to see you, though. I'm definitely glad to see you. I see Nancy is coming into the room. Wonderful. Wonderful. So glad to see you guys. I hope your week has been reasonable, at least, if not wonderful, right? Absolutely. Glad to see you. We got Advocate holding us down in the background, making sure that we have safe space. We'll bring him on, or we might not because he's got a little bit of loudness going on in the background. You know, the New Year's always popping. There's always something going on every night. You know what I mean? And Mariela, our resident first lady, she is also with us, bringing us good energy. All right, got the people coming in. All right, cool, cool, cool. We are going to let folks have maybe 1 or 2 more minutes. Feel free to greet each other in the chat. I see a bunch of you already dropping some hey, some how you doing, some what's up. I ain't seen you in a while. Love you. Hey. Nice hair. Ooh, is that a new hat? You know, that's great. Just just keep on loving on each other. That's what we love to see. Absolutely. Ooh, love it, love it, love it. All right, so we are going to get started. We've got a lot of folks, well, maybe not a lot of folks, but a good amount of folks on the list tonight. I'm excited to hear what you all have to say. I am Ray Jane, your host for the evening and your host for every Thursday, our Thursday night online open mic presented to you by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. And we are here to share our hearts with one another in whatever way that presents itself. Usually we're talking poetry, music, and comedy. And there are folks that have made it onto our guaranteed list, which usually means 24 hours before the show starts. So since we're here on Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, that means Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, you go to the neweurekan.org, full events calendar, choose Thursday, an artist ticket, and you land yourself right on our 20 guaranteed list. And for the folks that are like me, and Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, you are, probably on, I don't know, the Netflix and chills or elsewheres in your mind. Maybe you're already in your bed. I don't know. Then if you forget, don't worry. We have space on the good luck round. So if you don't see yourself on the guaranteed list, which I just dropped, boom, in the chat, please let me know in a private message and I will try to get you on this evening. We usually have space for about 4 or 5 folks. So if you are feeling, well, as we say, a little froggy, and you want to jump into this opportunity, please do get up off your lily pads and let me know if you would like to join us in the sharing, because we would love to hear what you have to say. All right. So again, each person that goes up has 3 minutes. And sometimes we go over a little bit because it just gets too good. It's just too juicy. But most times we would like you to try to keep it to that so we can get as many people on as possible. Okay, please, for those folks who are presenting, sharing, please do put your IG handles, your pronouns, how you would like us to address you in your Zoom boxes with you so we know how to give you the proper respect when bringing you on and when lifting you up and giving you love. And if you'd like us to give you $1 to, shoot you a little 5, I got 5 on it. You want us to sing that song, please put your Venmos and your PayPal links either in the chat or in the box if you could fit it so that we can find you and support you. As you will come to understand throughout the duration of tonight that we are here to give you love, right? This is your space and we'd like to give you love now and later. So please give us the opportunity to do so. When you are performing, don't freak out if you got technical difficulties. Shit happens, right? It's okay. It's the Zoom verse. All kinds of wild things happen here. It's all right. Pop off, pop back on, and not pop off, with attitude. I mean, like off the Zoom, right? And then just log back in and let me know you're back and we'll try to get you on because we do, as I said before, want to hear what you have to say, all right? It's a non-competitive space. That's why we want to hear what you have to say, right? We want to know what matters to you and we want the opportunity to show you the respect that you deserve. So that means if somebody is in here giving disrespect, right, with hate speech, etc., we will have to give them the boot. And we like to say it like this: if you get cute, you will get the boot. Okay, so Advocate of Words, who is also our Monday night online open mic host for the New Eurekan and really doing so many other things. I wish I could unmute him so he could tell you himself, but we'll get into it later, explaining some of the wonderful things that are going on at the New Yo. But he is also here producing us tonight and making sure that this space is truly safe for you, okay? And we are blessed to have this space. It's not free, y'all. It's free for us, but somebody had to give up $1 or $2 so that we could do this for free. So let me just take a minute giving special thanks to our supporters, our funders, the folks that helped to pay the bills, all right? The National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and New York Community Trust. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. And if you'd like to add yourself to that name and help support our efforts, we need a new roof, we got all kind of fun stuff we're trying to do and bring opportunities to the community, not just to share, but also to be elevated. Please do come to neweurekan.org/contribute and give a tax-deductible donation or hit us on the Cash App. $ New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Any little bit, every little bit helps. We appreciate you and we thank you in advance. All right, so we got our business done, folks. So what does that mean? That means we could go ahead and get into the poetry because I know that's why y'all really came, okay? So we are going to start off strong with none other than Joski C. He is going to be starting us off. We got the snaps and the boxes. And for those folks who are letting me know that they'd like to get on the good luck round, I will message you back toot sweet. So just give me a second, okay? In the meantime, in between time, let's start off with some heat, with some fire, with some things. rooms. Usually Joski is getting us together, okay? Letting us know what's going on in the world in the most melodic ways. As you can see, he's got his guitar ready for us. Let me unmute you, Joski, so you can do your thing. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, Ray Jane. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Go ahead and do your special magic.
Coming through? Okay. So, the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago a couple of days ago, and I think that was long overdue and appropriate, and this is a song I'm going to revisit, and here it is. Trump is a pirate, steering the ship into the abyss. Trump is a merchant, sells us to the highest bid. Trump is a thief, steals loves from families. Trump is a gun, he just causes grief. In this age of rocket ships, Trump's an escalator. Lies pass between his lips, Trump's an escalator. He goes down, 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 down the escalator. He's gone down, 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 down the escalator. Trump is infected, sickness he can't hide. Symptoms of delirium and pride. Acting like a fever when it's high. Trump is a virus, robs us of goodbyes. In this age of rocket ships, Trump's an escalator. Lies pass between his lips, Trump's an escalator. He goes down, 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 down the escalator. He's gone down, 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 down the escalator.
Woo! As usual, bringing us in with the lovely realness. Please unmute yourselves and let Joski know how you feel.
Joski, we can't go down that
Way to
escalator
go,
with
Joski,
him, right?
man.
Yeah,
That
Way to go,
should be
Joski.
known
Yeah.
across borders. That's so.
Work.
That's an amazing one.
As always, thank you, Joski, for your artistry, for keeping us on task, right? And up to date on what's happening in the world. Because it is not hard to want to look away, right? It is not hard. We have every reason to not want to pay attention to what's happening, but we must. And so we thank you for those reminders. All right, beautiful and timely, Zonconto says. Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, we are going to go on to our next poet. As you can see, I dropped the list again for those folks who were just coming into the room so you can know kind of where you shook out. including the next person up who's usually bringing us some new fire or some new shit, as we say on a Thursday night online open mic. And that is none other than the bringer of the gusto himself, Gustav. All right, so I'm going to unmute him while you all snap and sing and dance and joy as we bring him on. All right, how you doing? Welcome, welcome.
Okay. I have new shit and I wrote it today. It is on paper. It is not typed out yet. It is really fresh. I wrote it today at Emily Cortis's tarot workshop, which was incredible. I highly recommend workshops with Emily Cortis through Fincabulary, Fin Bell. This is an untitled, as yet untitled work. The first part is the Fool, 0. Earth, air, fire, water. The fool's journey appears quite dire. Walking blithely off a cliff, we'll never know if the fool will fall to his death or live to take another breath. Each day is borrowed. Live your life. Transcend this plane of mortal strife. This is 6, the lovers. Love is the way, the light, and the truth, a unity and harmony divine. Though common sense plays little in the affairs of the heart, we attain the highest wisdom when we love. This is the sun, the moon, the star. You're my sun, the source of my light and inspiration. You are my moon. You light my night and give me insight. You are the star that guides this fool on his journey. In you I trust. I will love you till we both turn to dust. This is 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Every day is a new spin on the Wheel of Fortune. Step right up, test your luck, and manifest your will. O mysterious Sphinx, what divine intent dost thou have? This is the Minor Arcana. With this sword of truth I will to think. With this wand of passion I spit fire. With this cup of water I drink deep of my feelings. With this pentacle of earth I am bound to the world. The fool becomes the magus, master manipulator of the elements. All is love, love under will. As above, so below. As above, so below. As above, so below. As above. This is the king, the queen, the knight, the page of the Minor Arcana. King, queen, knight, page, from ecstatic joy to fits of rage, masculine, feminine, the yin, the yang, the trying, the failing, the Sturm und Drang. From beginning to the Minor Arcana are royal suits. From beginning to end, the root to the fruits. King, queen, knight, page, ecstatic journey from fool to sage. Unite the elements into a cosmic consciousness. Behold, this is the greatest story ever told. Thank you.
Your energy.
You nailed
Your
it again,
energy
Gustav.
always.
Come on.
Powerful,
All right.
powerful energy. Powerful energy. Always, always.
Beautiful, beautiful work.
Gustav.
Gustav with the gusto. I told y'all I wasn't kidding. I wasn't kidding. And didn't I tell you he was going to have some new shit for us? As always. And thank you for plugging the other members of our community who are doing such wonderful things by inspiring us to continue to create in different ways. The folks that they mentioned were Emily Cordes and also Finn Bell, who are both excellent and wonderful in their own right, but certainly not just using their gifts to bring themselves up, but also to lift other people and to inspire us all. So I agree. If you get the chance to go to any of their workshops, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. right? That's what we say. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Okay. So be good to yourself. Thank you, Gustav, for that. And please put your information in the chat for all of you who do perform tonight. We'd love to follow you and support you in all the things that you're doing, not just your performances here, but elsewhere as well. So please do put your information in the chat and make sure you check the chat, because a lot of your friends have lots of nice things to say about what you've written and what you perform. I mean, we wouldn't want you to leave any love behind, okay? So please do grab it all up, okay, while you can, because that's the way it should be. Thank you for that, as always. Okay, so we are going to move on to another member of our New Yo family who's always here bringing our spirits up with music all the way out from California, yay, okay? So he's making sure all the borders are represented for us. So we thank you, Bill. I'm about to unmute you. And just reminder to those folks who are in the room, if you are not on the full list for tonight and you would like to be on the list, please do send me a private message and we'll try to get you on. If you're not sure, message me anyway. Okay, cool. All right, let's go to Bill with the music. Boom, boom, boom.
Hi, Ray Jane. How are you? Hi, everybody. Greetings from Long Beach. What I'd like to do tonight is it's a cover, another one of my favorite Bob Dylan tunes. It's entitled Sarah. It's a song he wrote about his first wife, and it's a beautiful song. And I hope you like it. So here we go. At the sky when the children were babies and played on the beach. You came up behind me, I saw you go by. You were always so close and still within reach. Sarah, Sarah, whatever made you want to change your mind? Sarah, Sarah, so easy to look at, so hard to define. I can still see them playing with their pails in the sand. They run to the water, their buckets to fill. I can still see the shells falling out of their hands as they follow each other back up the hill. Sarah, Sarah, sweet virgin angel, sweet love of my life. Sarah, Sarah, radiant jewel, mystical wife. Sleep in the woods by a fire at the night, drinking white rum in a Portugal bar. Then playing leaf frogs and hearing about so white. You in the marketplace in Savannah, Lamar. Sarah, Sarah, it's all so clear I could never forget. Sarah, Sarah, loving you is the one thing I'll never regret. Still hear the sounds of those Methodist bells. I've taken the cure and just gotten through. Staying up for days in the Chelsea Hotel, writing sad-eyed lady of the lowlands for you. Sarah, Sarah, whenever we travel, we're never apart. Sarah, Sarah, beautiful lady, so dear to my heart. How did I meet you? I don't know. A message set me in a tropical storm. You were there in the winter, moonlight on the snow, and on Lily Pond Lane when the weather was warm. Sarah, oh Sarah, Scorpio Sphinx in a calico dress. Sarah, oh Sarah, you must forgive me my unworthiness. Now the beach is deserted except for some kelp and a piece of an old ship that lies on the shore. You always responded when I needed your help. You give me a map and a key to your door. Sarah, oh Sarah, glamorous nymph with an arrow and bow. Sarah, oh Sarah, don't ever leave me, don't ever go. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for the tune. You're giving us a reason to sway. Please unmute yourselves, everyone. I don't know how you feel.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Well done, Bill. What a beautiful ballad.
beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Excellent. Oh, I hear little people in the background who are also fans. So congrats, Bill. You got us all. All age ranges are down for the tunes. I gotta find somebody named Sarah now so I can sing the song to them. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much for representing for California in such a wonderful way. All right, we are going to move on with the list. And for those folks who did message me about getting on the good luck round, I gotcha, and I'm looking forward to you as well. All right, next person up is Ikali Zomkonto. So you guys, when I unmute you after he's done slaying us with his words, just, if you have any, horn in you, if you have a little horn sound that you could make just to give him back some of that horn love, since he's our resident horn and he blows his horn for all of us, please feel free, let yourself expand. Okay. All right, let me be quiet. Go ahead, Zakali, go ahead and unmute yourselves. Let us know how you doing, what you got.
Hello, everyone. I hope you all had an inspired week. The poem I'm going to give you is called My Love Letter to Africa, If It Were Up to Me. If it were up to me, Africa would have declared its existence in a whisper. But our humanity is like loudspeakers, so colorful and loud, that the outside world yearned to take more than just pictures. Erected systems that stripped us of ourselves while claiming to hide our nakedness, made us victims of a sickness that severed our connectedness. And as they undressed us, octopus hands petted us down, as if we had stolen our birthright, and that somewhere deep in the pockets of our melanin, they would find graves so dark, so black, like our skin, to bury us in. If it were up to me, each campus point would confess to the biographies lost at gunpoint, give up the totems of each broken slave, surrender each wave that leapt out of the sea to wipe off surnames torn from the bark of trees, where countless were hung from the tips of their native tongues. Each campus point would confess to the coordinates of those maps that dug furrows etched permanently on our conscience, but silenced by our songs and dances, naked drums that scattered across the atlas, echoing different flavors of blackness, dancing to the beat of our humanity, so colorful and loud, way before tongue-in-cheek speeches, from leeches that justified empire's riches, way before tires screeching, midnight lynchings, and wise teachers missing from the classrooms of each generation, only if it was up to me. But pray it is not up to me, because I ask tormenting questions. I might ask who weaponized my identity. If it was up to me, I might ask how many college degrees does it take to be free? Who holds the master key? But honestly, deep down, all I want to ask is simply, what hand guides the Blue Nile from Ethiopia, Sudan, then Egypt? Is there some database above and below that holds the footprint and glow of the entire Bantu people whose noses are bridges to the breath of ancient times? I want to ask, do the Khoisan hide medicines that have never been found ever since healers changed surnames and their scepters changed hands? Simple questions, as curious as the eyes of those that have dreamed of the motherland and never been, or the African with muscle who idolizes Scarface in a hustle he never wins. If you've ever watched an African child play, you would know that all the artificial intelligence could not compute even a minute fraction of the innocence. We all wish upon a star in a reality that tempers with our galaxy until our universe is the black market of what it used to be. But I still know some who, if it were up to them, like me, they would invest all their savings for this craving to be free. To be free like the voices of the griot in Mali that shouldered secrets of the ancients. Free like the way the hills that surround Kigali in Rwanda carry tea plantations of infinite wonder. Free like arrows from the hunters of the Hadza people in Tanzania that stare elephants in the eyes and wipe away their memory. Free like birds made of soapstone from the Zimbabwe ruins, which fly into the lucid dreams of young men like love letters from the dead. Free to dream dreams of Miriam Makeba, Patrice Lumumba, Nina Simone, Thomas Sangara, Pilandwandwe, Marcus Garvey, Wangari Matari, Ya Asantewa, Queen Zima, Ken Sarawiwa, Joshua Mkabu, Winnie Mandela, and all the dreamers combined. And as clear of mind as Dr. Samuel Achilefu, the Nigerian scientist that developed the glasses that see cancer cells, the deep wells of the aspirations of everything underneath our chests and breasts, as we scream that it's up to us, it's up to us, it's up to us. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna let everybody else yell for you. Please unmute yourselves and let them know.
Damn, Zompunto! Yeah!
You see, Ike's got the horn out for you. That's awesome. Yes, you deserve all of that and more. That was amazing. Annabelle says, absolutely devastating, beautiful. Oof. So many bars in there and so important. All the names, all the questions, all the points. Please, if you don't already have that video recorded somewhere, please do, because somebody else needs to hear that. Everyone else needs to hear that. In fact, we appreciate you for allowing us to hear that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was beautiful. And please do not leave any love in the chat, because there's a whole lot, okay? There wasn't any horn sounds in the chat, but the words that people are using to describe your work are very much reverberating all through there. So I hope you go ahead and get that exactly. Africa forever. Yes, Julian, you better say it. You better know it. We appreciate you, Zakali, for being more than just our horn, but just being a wise and wonderful artist. And the words, child, the words. My goodness, I'm so inspired. You see, I can't stop talking about it. I got to be quiet and go on to the next person. You're making it very difficult. I appreciate you though. And please keep coming back, you guys. Please do follow. Please do follow. I don't have to tell you why, you already just saw it. Okay, we are going to go on to another wonderful artist in our community who actually broke out a physical horn to give love to the last artist. So please do, when it's his time to go up, please give him back that love. And in the meantime, I'm going to hush up, unmute him, and let him share his words with you. Welcome, welcome, Ike. So glad to see you as always.
Welcome all, and thank you, Samkonto. Well, it's hot. But when Adam pleaded the fifth, a Trumpian comedy, above the law, below the belt, blasphemy at best, from the serious, the audacity of spreading fake news. Yes, the Old and New Testament was written by God, and I have read both. I call this my God and I syndrome. Genesis 1, chapter 27-ish. And God, the superior, invented the miracle of science. So he created man in his own image for nothing else but his personal pleasure. Not a tiny little cuddly baby, but a full-grown 6'2" 210-pound, blue-eyed, super blonde Hulk with the hell of an ugly face and that superior ego. God named his image Donald, a he, not poor Adam, as you may have been told. After all, Donald had a lot of Russian gold, so God was told. I must assume that God had already balls. Subsequently, in his image, so had Donald. I also must assume that God had no idea what these balls were good for, as there is no evidence to the contrary. All we know is that God made Donald's balls hairy, laced them with a hellish dose of testosterone, a sure explanation for this subsequent out-of-control behavior. Anyhow, testosterone differentiates from then on God from man. One day, in an ironic twist, God played pool with Donald, both biblically naked. God confused ball in hand with Donald's balls, and surprise, surprise, the rise of a pathological egomaniac became apparent. On that now stiffened notion, Donald's brain detected extraordinary dimensional abnormalities. On that stiffened notion, Donald's brain detected extraordinary dimensional abnormalities, like the size of his longest finger exceeded the length of his tiny zinger. With that bewildering hunch, he publicly explored the pussy urge of the male bunch. Hallelujah! God and Donald agree. We have here a good thingy. Let's do some show-stopping marketing. Let's see what we can do. And the angel chorus echoed, woo, woo, woo. So both God and Donald's wooed and wooed. Blood pressure run into the red and at an Republican high. Both brains out wooed and tinder dry. Oh dear me, what will all this wooing do? God now thoroughly wooed out. Donald out of control, drumbeats, his performance enhanced chest, woo, woo, woo. Dear God is in an adrenaline high, tears into Donald's amazing cage, tears out that useless wooey rib, thus woo came of age. Oh man, God says, I just created woman. Let's call her Eve, short and brief. Thus Eve was born in a hurry, but in an overtly excited jiffy. Speechless Donald stared, but there were no balls, but a weird still slit with no hairy balls. But only that extended middle finger would fit. And God lectured Donald, enough is enough, finito, that's it. Let Eve deal with her own problems and all that woman shit. Eve, cunningly shy, cropped 2 apples for fun, covering her virginity with only one. As it got late and freezing cold, shivering Eve asked God, what shall I do? What will she be told? And God spoke, look at naked Donald. Woo, girl, woo, hand him that apple number 2, tickle his balls and you will cloud his brain. Willingly he will suck your ruby red and juicy apple tits. You feel it coming, warm and warming. Eve whispered to Donald, are you horny? Donald stared, ever so excited at Eve's luscious ivory thighs. Will you be my wife? And dear God, patting confused Donald on his naked booty. Donald, you just married a woman. This took balls. And you, Eve, God concluded with fatherly grace, woman will never agree to build that blasphemous Mexican wall, and this takes a lot of ball. Well, my friends, if I gave the impression that I am God, I lie to you. I'm not God. But then a lie is actually considered truth, as it is true that the lie exists. As always, the devil is in the details, or it may be in God's fifth commandment rule. May America bless me. The horny press lot, the Fifth Amendment, and a bullshitter, Twitter shitter demigod. Don't ask me why I wrote this, as I will plead the fifth. Thank you.
Ooh, the whole thing, but that last line, plead the fifth. Come on, please unmute yourself.
Respect.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right.
That's some
Awesome
very
poem.
incredible storytelling, man.
Love the storytelling as always. Keep us on our toes. We never know what to expect next. We had balls, we had all kinds of things in but the story and the message came through exactly. Vivid imagery indeed. And you could plead the fifth all you want, the truth gonna speak, right? At least that's what we hope, and we shall see. All right, we are going to move on. Thank you, Ike, for always blessing us. If you do have anything that you'd like the folks to support you with, please do put it in the chat so we have that opportunity. And also feel free if you feel like, bringing the horn back for anybody else tonight, go crazy. We will accept it. Okay, thank you. All right, so now we're going to heat it up a little bit. Y'all know how Ed, the fireman foreman, gets down. And if you don't, please do buckle up. Mommy and daddy language will be spoken. Okay. So if you're not ready, put your computer on mute because he says what he means. And that's how we like it. All right, Ed, I am going to unmute you and let you do your thing. I know you're here. He told me he was going to bring the fire. I don't know if he's trying to, spark it up for us. I'm going to ask him to unmute and we'll see. I don't know. All right. If he's not ready, then we will go on to the next and come back to you, Ed. Just let me know. In the meantime, in between time, we will get ourselves prepared. Okay, because it seems like it's going to be a lot of fire. Okay, so Ed, you hit me and let me know when you're back, when things are working. And we are going to move on to our next poet, and that is Messiah. So y'all might as well just stay strapped in. I don't know what to tell you. It's not going to be mom and dad language, but it's going to be a whole bunch of language that you need in your life. Okay, so let me unmute. Thank you for returning. As always, can't wait to hear what you have to say. Do your thing, Messiah.
Thanks, Ray Jane. I'm going to read one poem. It's called The Ground of Being. Here it is. The ground of being is elusive benediction in the primacy of form resonant in transmigratory elements of nature finally conceived. When I speak of nature, I intend to explicate irregularity. Human life is some kind of mistake, is how Schopenhauer put it. That our existence is to be deplored, an accident emergent from the bowels of nature, a generative deformity. But I believe our existential asymmetry lies in the miracles of a silent, salutary source, where eternity in a cycle of time, universal and inconceivable to even the mind of God, is merely an irrespective second. And what moves beyond eternity is a vapid transaction of transcendent being that suggests energies far more elaborate and powerful in this infinite nature that proves an ultimate illusion. And this miracle lies in each one of us. Sorry. the stimulated divine of a nature which is our being, being as hallowed beyond our conceived being. We all take part in the sea of timeless affairs, deeply inexplicable, yet as nurturing as a mother who deeply nestles her child with unremitting affect. The operative vehicle of being is unbreachable silence, the truest union that in itself masters its immortality in the form of teleology that is the still point, a vehicle transparent to holistic solace, the immortal mystery, being as it is authentic, the infinite, lies deftly as the vehicle of consciousness. Some might say, perhaps nature is emptiness, or the empty origin, pervasion of form that is not essential, but arising from void, that exists as its source, an absurd and callous emptiness that would make for nature more precious, perhaps even more miracle, than if it were created from a divine source. Yet even then, our touch in the self-conception would be transcendent, transcendent of God, transcendent of emptiness, transcendent even of our unformed selves, as we create ourselves from the sacred ground which moves without ultimate clarity, and through a rare and miraculous ability to transform perspective, are able to create in a world devoid of intrinsic value, asymmetrical and irregular. However, the mystery invoking life seems to soar beyond what we conceive of when we say emptiness. It may be God, it may be self, it may be emptiness, or even simulation. What I know is that nature in its incandescent enigma remains the process that makes extant our slight hold on our being, and however slight, it is the most important aspect of our lives. Tepid is our grasp upon ourselves. Deep is our wonder about our nature. Maybe to seek is to know nothing, no matter the form, logic, reason, intuition, intellection, and so forth, is but the mud concealing the lotus. True enlightenment is maybe applying the mind to a meaning which is no meaning, a truth which is without truth, a center which is whole, inviolable, and fully empty, acquiring that old beauty that erupts from our whole mystery, if only to remember transcendence is being, and being is ultimate mystery. Thank you.
Ooh, okay. And being is ultimate. Come on, just stop this. Why do you come on here and do this and just slap us with these words? Let me unmute everybody. Please
Ray
unmute.
Jane said, please stop this.
Yes.
Oh man, your words are just like such heights.
Fire, yeah.
Messiah the philosopher and
Yeah.
Like they exit the troposphere, stratosphere, and
Oof.
it's been a
Oof.
long while since I've heard the word I can't even say it anymore.
Teleological.
Teleological, yes.
Yeah.
To what end? Correct.
amazing.
Oof.
Throwing
Exactly.
Schopenhauer around, name dropping some
Right?
F.
Just
Yeah.
okay. Like, fine. If that's how it's gonna be, Messiah. Okay. Just just be our philosopher, as a matter of fact. That's what you are. You are Messiah, the philosopher, from now into forever. Thank you for that. Please do check the chat, Messiah, because I'm not just making this stuff up. I'm not the only person who thinks that you are, as they say, deep with your words and with your intent. But we are impressed and moved by your words. So thank you. Thank you. And, for the vocabulary lesson too. I mean, we all got to step our games up. So we appreciate you for making that very clear. Thank you for always being here and giving us your best. We can feel it. All right. So Ed hit me up. He is going to come back. He had a little bit of technical trouble. Like we said, this is a Zoomverse. Things happen. So whenever he comes back, we'll throw him on so that he can get the time and space that he deserves as well. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to jump over to one of my favorite people. Okay. And it's not just because of this beautiful blue hair, although the hair does, kind of sway me. I'm not gonna hold you. Kimberlyn, please unmute yourself and let us know what you have to share.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, glorious Ray Jane. You are queen, and thank you for reigning so gloriously in this Zoomverse. Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to share with you. when I see your skin. Spotty, spotty, spotty spots. Your legs are so ugly. How can you dare to wear shorts? Trevor, it's hot. Why should everyone else get to wear comfortable clothes and I don't because my skin is scarred? Shame, shame, I know your name. Invert your skin outside in. Mom, you hated me. You were repulsed when you saw me masturbating at the age of 4, made me the criminal, punished my crime with woolen gloves. My skin erupted with pus-filled boils, eczema everywhere I scratch. More scars emerged, scars formed over scars, over scars, over scars, layers of broken skin heaped over brokenness. I was allergic to wool. My skin was a witch tied to a stake. It raged as though set on fire, every nerve combustible. If you see my skin, my love, I confess I was afraid for you to see me naked. I was ashamed of my leopard-spotted stomach. You called me fragile, delicate. You played connect the dots on my skin. You called me sexy, beautiful over and over again with your words, with your eyes, with your touch. You draped my body with kindness. When I see your skin, there's not a thing that I would change. I am spotted leopard. My flaws are the tattoos of my humanity. I flaunt the colors of my ink, stained from blood wounds, calloused, scarred tissue, darkened by melanin, remnants of an indomitable child. My spots are my warrior markings. Mistake not my exuberant girlish ways. I am a woman capable of standing ground. My flaws, they're many. This imperfection makes me perfectly human. I adorn myself incandescent. Girl, you're amazing, just the way you are.
You couldn't be more correct. You are amazing just the way you are. Please unmute yourselves and echo the sentiment.
Oh,
Wow.
Very brave, Cameron. Very brave. Amazing.
Fantastic.
Writing.
Wow. Amazing,
Thank you.
amazing.
Defiant.
Wonderful work. Wonderful.
Defiant.
We thank you for being vulnerable in this space. We know it's not easy, one, just to get up, and be yourself in the space. It's another thing to say the things that maybe might make you feel, less beautiful, and say them out loud. It's one thing to think them. It's another thing to feel them. It's another thing to take the chance to say it, right? Because you might be reminding someone else that they're beautiful, that even their parents can tell them things that are not true, that they don't have to put and plant inside their hearts. So we thank you for breaking those curses and releasing yourself and us in those moments with your beautiful self, okay? Blue hair or not, you're still gorgeous because it's coming from inside. And that's the most important place to come from. All right. We appreciate all of you for coming and joining us and sharing with us. We know sometimes it's tough. We know sometimes it's rough. We know sometimes the Zooms don't cooperate. And that's all right because we've got patience for each other. And speaking of that, our brother Ed, I hope you done cooled down because it's about to heat up, has returned to us. See that smiling face, all those beautiful teeth. They are here for us to enjoy. So let me unmute now that you are back with us. Guys, please bring in Ed with some love.
Woo! You ready to groove tonight? To feel the sparks of life? Yeah. Are you ready for, oh, I forgot. our lovely host is going to have a feature on Poetic Affairs on August 21st on Sunday. So please come and enjoy her lovely critique and wordplay all day, every day. All right. I have a spicy pea to say the least. So disclaimer alert, this is not going to hurt. Well, this is going to have mommy, dad, laying in so many different stages. So please mind the word from these pages. I just want to burn some cages. Okay, let's do this. Let's burn the night away.
Damn, it got too hot so fast. It got hot real fast. Oh no, Ed, I think you are frozen. Yup, Ron, you're right. It was too hot for Zoom. Zoom had to shut it down. Oh goodness. Oh boy. All right, Ed. If the Zooms decide, to allow us, we're gonna keep trying to bring you on, because it's not too hot for us. It might be too hot for the Zoom box, but it's not too hot for us. So whenever Ed comes back, we'll, keep on fanning ourselves. It's obvious that it's us. It's not Ed, it's us. We are not ready. It's okay. It's okay. It happens sometimes. Like we said, shit happens. That's just how it goes. Okay, so whenever he returns to us, we're gonna give it another shot. In the meantime, in between time, we are going to move along to our next artist. Ooh, and we'll have some time to share screen with our producer, with the hostess, with the mostest, who's doing a lot for the community. And by a lot, I mean a lot. Okay, RMT, you guys may have heard us say, if you down with RMT, yeah, you know me. So I'm gonna let him plug himself and share what he's got to share with you. Hey, Ron, it's good to see you.
Hey, thank you so much, Ray Jane. So happy to be here on Thursdays. I know I'm not always in Zoom, but I always watch via YouTube whenever I miss it. So I'm glad you're here. And yeah, you already plugged the hell out of me. I can't do it any better. But yes, when you don't see me in other open mics, you can find me Mondays. So basically, what Advocate is doing for Ray Jane today, I do for him on Mondays on the tech end. Also very important. I know Ray Jane already mentioned it. I'm sure she's going to mention it again before we end the Zoom session tonight. This Saturday is the 1-year anniversary of the hybrid open mic. 1 year ago is actually when I started volunteering for the New Regan Poets Cafe, which then led to me working earlier this year. So I'm so happy about that. And karaoke followed right thereafter, hosted by Paul Concasso. So please, if you guys can make it in person or via Zoom, please, we're ready for you. Share with us whatever you can share. All right, talking about sharing. And I also want to give a little teaser. In karaoke, the first lady of Monday Night Online Open Mic, Mariella, and I will be doing a 90s themed duet. We did the rehearsal yesterday, so please come out if you want to see that. I'm not going to tell you what song it is. You're going to have to come on Saturday and find out for yourself. All right, so I'm going to do a screen share. I've done it at other open mics, but never at the New Regan Poets Cafe, so that'll be my first. Hopefully it won't be the last. Ray Jane, you give me a private feedback afterwards, tomorrow, let me know how it was, be very honest. But last week I went, I crossed the river, I cheated on the Bronx where I live and went to New Jersey. They had an annual hot air balloon festival in Reddington, New Jersey. All the photos you're gonna see were taken by me, except the last one where you see me in the frame that my sister took of me, but all the other ones are from me. Now, it's not maybe the best quality, it's my phone. I took them on my phone, so I wrote the lines earlier today, so bear with me. It's the sentiment that counts. I hope I'm putting a smile onto everyone. That's what I want to accomplish. And Ray Jane, if my audio cuts off, let me know. And I'm going to end the slideshow a little bit before I end my poem. When you hear me say the end, that's when the poem ends. So here we go. I'm going to put it up on the screen. And here we go. Clouds forming just a bit below the blue, greeting us and the balloons. What a view. Are you ready to put a smile on us? Are you ready to ascend? all good to go. Lift up high, go to the God's end. And there we go, the first one, the brave one. What a devotion! Indeed, the Wonder Bread. Great promotion. Great view, fly away, bread, fly away. Don't forget us. We wish you a good day. There goes the next, ready to fly into the sun, not to be outdone. Oh no, is it not too hot? Oh no, it better be not. But thank the Lord, it passed the hot fireball. It continues to fly. There is no shortfall. Dear balloons, damn, you can fly so high. Leave all your worries on the ground. I'm such an envious guy. A bit heat, a bit gas, and you can lift towards the sky. Follow the birds, follow the clouds, eye to eye. Oh, you almost to the sun, feel that touch. Who else would dare that much? You have a great view from up there, and even wave your hand back to us from the air. You look gorgeous from all sides, or even from below. You can make friends with other balloons and together rule the skies. No high, no low. And you can even make faces. Put a smile onto me, make me happy, woohoo! Your cheer is welcome, so much, thank you. Oh yes, of course, I could have followed all of you. But I admit, I chickened out. I was too scared to climb into you. Though my official excuse was that I didn't have the money for the ticket. What a screw. But that's okay. I'll watch you from the grass. I'll wave you farewell, and maybe I'll have a glass. I know somewhere you will have to land again. I'm sure our paths will cross again on some lane. So, farewell, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, until next year. Balloons, say hi to the stars, and watch out for the rain. And that's the end. Thank you, guys.
I loved it, Ron. Oh my gosh. First of all, thank you for all those beautiful photos and the words, of course, to accompany them. You always lift our spirits. Thank you for all that you do, really. Please unmute yourselves and let them know how you felt about it.
That was a totally Ron Mark Thompson poem.
I love that
I
you
love Wonder Bread.
incorporated some of the way they look into the writing.
Thank you.
It reminded me of a series like that. It's a beautiful way of writing poetry too, because it's prompts within prompts.
Thank you.
Agreed, 100%. Thank you. Thank you for being here, for all your support, for lifting us and giving us something visual. We love that. We love all the different types of art that everyone is bringing. I know there's at least a few of you who want to share screen today, so we're going to just buckle up for some more. I see Ed has returned to us, so we are going to give it another shot. I'm going to be quiet so that we could get as much of this in as possible. So Ed, I'm going to unmute you. Go for it.
Thank you. And wonderful performance by our Ron Mark Thompson. Woo! All right. Hope everybody ready for some ecstasy tonight. So please mind the fright. This is going to be such a lovely, steamy night. All right. This is called Pink Notes. In a world full of ecstasy, voices played. The passion never strayed, no hate, just free. Couldn't stop the music from playing. The vivid lyrics stick to what we were saying. To reach our hearts, lost in tantalizing world, grasping all our parts, lost in a passionate spiral that makes us lovers, No debate and more reactions. Left us warmer than colder. Quiet sexual premonition. Love you, my hottie. I dance inside your streets, body to body as our energy swayed to the beats. There's no need to worry about a single thing. There's no need to hurry. I want to hear you sing. Let me use my fingers further to play your pink strings. The tension is burning hotter. Watch how your eyes swing as you lay wet and bare, adjusting my naked guitar, playing notes to share towards your energy star. As my fingers move faster, trying to keep up with your tune, a hard but sexual song to master. But you howled at the milky moon. I played, played, and played. You shake, shake, and shake. You persuade, persuade, and persuade. You ache, break, and quake. The pink lyrics float around in this steamy, feisty bedroom. We both made panting sounds while our loins go boom. Baby, do you want an encore? This song is called You're Coming. Right, baby, more, more, and more. Let us feel jolts full of somethings to speed up our inner cores. Can't leave you on a high note. These speedy fingers aren't done. Still more lyrics that I haven't wrote. Baby, the climax concert just begun. I played you throughout the night. It was fun stringing and tuning you. We sang with so much euphoria delights. Now it's for us to drift off in the deep, vivid blue. And thank you.
Oh, yes, we did it. We made it. We made it. I'm so glad that you were able to come back on. Please unmute yourselves. Let Ed know how you feel.
All right, Ed.
Go ahead.
Ed.
You got
Oh, wow.
Lovely.
Going on.
Awesome. Thank you for bringing us some files, some mom and daddy language, just to balance it out. You know, we like to do a little bit of everything here. So we appreciate you, Ed, for being exactly who you are, because that's who we want in the room, not your representative, but you. Okay, so thank you. Thank you. Please put your information in the chat so the folks can follow you. All right, next up. Ed with the sexiness. Okay, yes, some conto. Indeed, indeed. Okay, next up we have Jeff Taylor, who's giving us the mystery and the green lights this evening. Okay, I'm going to unmute. Please let the folks know where they can follow you, if you've got any social media, and what you've got to share. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Ray Jane. Great to be with you. I'm out here on my front porch now with the green light. So, yeah, first off, I just want to drop a thing for, I host the Garage Poets online open mic that's on Zoom tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, so every Friday night. Tomorrow night our feature is Ciara Freeman, current siren of Cleveland, Ohio. Sure, latest book is coming out on Button Poetry or Banshee, due out this fall. So definitely drop by. Put the link in the chat right now, actually. I think I put the... Oh, hold on 1 second. Sorry. I thought I had. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so there's the link right there in the chat for the event Garage Poets Open Mic. Brought to you by The Word Is Right, who I'm sure a bunch of you are familiar with if you haven't been to the Garage Poets with Friday night. Yeah, and let me get to my poems. I got a couple short ones for you. This first one is this first one I wrote after I stopped drinking. It's called Ween. When I was a Gatorade drinker, I celebrated the days I got out of bed before noon by having a few beers. Unless I left the house to stand in line for concert tickets, something about being in the box office felt like a job interview. Like which tickets I was given wasn't based on my place in line, but by what the attendant thought I had earned. As I stood along Tremont Street waiting to buy Ween tickets, the summer sun reflecting off the concrete, the dude man in front of me ate too much acid while drinking too many beers. He puked, fell to the ground, twitched a few times, puked again, then ran away, almost all in one continuous motion. As I was leaving the box office, I saw him walking back towards the Roxy. He said he knew he was taking too much, but he did it anyway. The people he came with were going to be pissed. He had done this to them before. When I saw him at the show, I thought about offering to smoke a joint with him, but we were wearing the same t-shirt. That's Ween. Next one I'm going to do is called Pulling the Switch. It's an anti-war poem. Nolan and I are on Cleveland Avenue, more stone than Mount Rushmore, switching the lawn ornaments adorning one house with the lawn ornaments decorating the identical-looking house next door. It's a game we call moving the goalpost. Nolan is in front of number 43, dismantling the strategically placed ceramic troll, frog, and mushroom display, while I'm at number 45, uprooting the arrangement of John the Baptist, plastic deer, and a welcome to the Tanners sign. Changing our position as the aftermath becomes tenuous, Nolan takes a backgammon board from his backpack, sets up the black and white pieces as I pack a bowl. Both of us not quite sure we should be here, but neither of us willing to admit it. We smoke and laugh. The Tanners are sure gonna have questions when they see what happened while they were sleeping. That one's Pulling the Switch. Do I have time for another short one, or? Yeah, great. Thank you. And this one is called The Gambler. When I asked Ari to marry me, she was mid-shit thumbing through a stack of bills. When we told my family about our engagement, they said Ari had to pick an addiction before she becomes official. Ari responded gambling, like it had been on her mind already. I wondered if she considers herself lucky. That's The Gambler. Please drop on by tomorrow night for the Garage Poets open mic, and you can see Ciara Freeman, myself, and a bunch of others. Thank you.
Please do unmute yourselves and let them know how you feel. See, that was just a little.
Jack, way to go.
Oh, wonderful. Totally captivating.
We
Can say that
love a
again,
good
Joseph.
story in here. We love a good story. And, you know, I started off with my mute on because I was just so bowled over. I was into the story. I wanted to make sure you didn't get distracted by anything I was doing on this side. Jeff, thank you so much for bringing us story time and also this green ambiance that you got going on. I much appreciate it. Every time you had a new poem, your phone illuminated your face, which I don't know if you knew that, but it just added to the whole experience. So we appreciate you for being here and also bringing that little bit of rain that we could hear in the background too. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it added to what you were bringing us. So thank you. You didn't know? Yeah, we know. No. Thank you for being here. And you guys, please do check out Garage Poets and all of the events that The Word is Right is putting on. As you may also hear me say from time to time, please do come here, but not just to be here. Also to be inspired to go and check out the other safe spaces that these poets, these creators in this room are creating for you. So there's a lot of opportunity, both here, abroad. All you have to do is be in your Zoom box and you can pretty much go anywhere and be inspired by everyone. So don't miss an opportunity. You never know. It might be just the thing that you need if you've been looking for something or somewhere to be. So thank you again, Jeff, for being here and letting us know that you also have a safe space that folks can come and share. All right, I just want to take a second and just say thank you to all the folks who are not on the list, but are nonetheless here, bringing their energy and sharing and giving love in the chat. Nancy, thank you for being here. I see Nico came into the room, Nico Diaz, who's awesome in his own right, doing a lot of things, especially in the Bronx, at Barrio BX. He's got his own book club there, so you guys check him out. Poetek, who is our resident, just amazing, making all these wonderful things for us to visually take in the art of poetry and writing. Thank you, Jenny and Denisha and Deadpool and Wit. We see you here, and Annabelle giving so much love. Eric G, we see you. Marsha Rivera from Brooklyn. I know when she puts her video on, you won't see the hat brim low. We thank you all for being with us and just coming to listen. Sometimes that's just enough. We thank you. And Tab, I see you jumped in the room as well. Okay, so we are going to move on to our next artist, and that is Julian Matthews. Again, I encourage you all to buckle up, but this time strap your heart in, because he's usually taking us somewhere that we need to be. Some shadow work, some inner work, some look at yourself. Yeah, I know you hate when I do this, Julian, but I don't care. I have to let the people know what to expect. All right, let me be quiet and let them experience you for themselves. Thank you for being here. Let me unmute you.
Hi, thank you. Tangerine Dream. When I was a kid in school, there was an orange candy we ate that had a teaspoon of salt cocooned inside its oval center. The idea was to suck it slowly, melt its hard outer layer, thinning it until the salty part burst open like a ripened seed pod to shock my taste buds into submission. My senses swinging from one end of the spectrum of candied joy to the opposite end of briny salinity, like I had swum too far from the beach and swallowed a huge gulp of the ocean. The first time I tasted it, egged on by my schoolmates, it was like a power punch to the mouth. A riot of pain blended with pleasure, and I had to scrunch up my face like a constipated Gilbert Gottfried to the laughter of my circle of watching friends. Of course, with repeated consumption of those sweets as in any drug, I never got the same high. Most times I just crunched down straight off and chewed up the hard bits while the salt swirled in my mouth, eventually losing its sting like a morning gargle down a sink. Tonight, I remember that particular sweet. I thought of you in a tempting, tangible way. This must have been the way Adam may have fondled the forbidden fruit, persuaded by Eve to take the second bite, nervous, yet excited, and ever curious. But in this dream, the mythical apple is replaced by this orangey, tangy delight. I imagine unwrapping you from both ends like the sweet of old, shedding you from your translucent plastic skin, putting you inside my wet and warm mouth and slowly feeling you unravel from your saccharine outer self, melding with my own moist tongue. The same tongue more known for its dry wit than this slippery, salivatory suffusion, as it finds itself going deeper and deeper, stripping layer after layer until it reaches your salty, acerbic inner core, and you erupt with a final volcanic rush. Then I choke, shaken awake from my stupor like a sleepwalker blindly tumbling into a swimming pool. A fool and his fantasies separated, leaving both me and my ego cold, cheeks pufferfish bloated, heart throbbing, mouth gasping for air, but mind, still mind, holding on to that one last sensory memory of the first time when sweetness gave in to that saline dropkick in my orifice, and I was heavenly and hellishly concussed, momentarily gripped in your tangerine goodness, and all around me, everyone is smiling, even laughing, while I keel over, suckered by the honey of your breath. End poem. Thank you.
Woo! Mm. I'm gonna have a few cavities after that one. I don't know. Please unmute yourselves and let Julian know how you feel.
Julian.
Julian, that was amazing, man.
That was awesome, Julian.
Whew.
Another great one.
Wow.
Full of delicious imagery.
Yes.
Talk about
Brilliant,
yummy.
brilliant, Julian.
Okay. So yummy. So yummy. Thank you, Julian, for bringing us that layered dessert, right? Because it wasn't about just this and it wasn't about just that, right? You have to pay attention and get into it and say, okay, what am I actually experiencing? Is it everything? My goodness, what did I do to deserve it? Thank you, Julian, for gifting us something sweet on this Thursday evening. All right, we are going to take our sweet tooth across the lands and the seas to our sweet, sweet friend, Unmesh, who has joined us for the evening. Also, I'm going to unmute you, Unmesh, so you can share your particular brand of lovely with us.
Hey, Ray Jane. Hello. Great to be here again. Thank you. You can follow me on Unmesh Mohitkar Facebook and Instagram. I have got an open mic. Let's Unmesh live 11:30 a.m. New York time. And here we go. Okay. War outside. War within. Peace. Suffering. Trust broken into pieces, countries falling, stocks failing, anxiety dancing blatantly in the bazaars of insecurity. I want to be suspended securely in peace within an ocean of turbulence. My window dirty, day as dark as night, my mind reminds me of cleaning. Clearing and cleansing I need, washing and rinsing of glasses through which I see the world. I look for my glasses. In the corner, they are broken and deserted. I am all right, you are all right, if we all are all right. My eyes remote, creases on the forehead. Smile sitting in the corner of a dark, empty cinema hall, looking at the unlit dark screen. My control on my life as good as my Latin, which I don't know at all. The language of life, crossword puzzle, every day, fresh newspaper, fresh rubble. News on the TV, nothing new, only the names change. News remains the old wine in the broken pieces of bottle, scattered all over the shining floor, neither good nor bad. Attachment to detachment, isn't it an attachment? Guru self-help books ask you to change yourself. I understand changing the world is too difficult. To look within the never-ending me. Bottomless thoughts every day, known and unknown wars fought. Connecting to myself. Disconnection to the world wirelessly, turning on the electric bulb to shine brightly in the dark alleys of the life, in the dark alleys of life. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Oof, Powerful as always. Please unmute yourselves.
Oh, Unmesh.
Yes,
That was
Unmesh.
amazing.
Yeah, that kicked ass, Umesh.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Unmesh.
Hell yeah.
All the ass.
powerful, brother.
Mhm. All the ass.
All the ass. There's no ass left. Thank you, Amish, for getting rid of all our asses. We didn't need them. We didn't need them. We need to get up off them anyway, right? So thank you. Because that's the only way we achieve peace is to get up and do something, even if it's just being brave enough to speak about it, right? So we thank you. And please do find Unmesh, follow him. Come to his open mic. Let's unmesh life, right? So we could get it together. All right, Saturday, 11:30 Eastern Time, New York. You can do it. We believe in you. Get with them. There are some wonderful poets. If you think Unmesh is wonderful, you just don't know. And you won't know unless you show up. So we encourage you, go check it out. Thank you, Unmesh, for being here and for moving us as only you can. We appreciate you and your work. All right, we are moving along. Oh, we have a return. You know we love new folks. And what we love more than new folks is when the new folks come back to us. When they say, you know what? They're all right. I don't know what they say about them, but they're all right with me. So we appreciate every person who comes and returns to us. And of course, that includes Burn Bridges. So please let me unmute you so you can share. We're so glad to have you back with us.
Thank you. I'm going to set up a little bit of multimedia. While I'm doing that, I just wanted to say thank you for hosting and everyone being a part of a nice virtual space today. There was some news that makes me feel like I'm staying in this room for a lot longer. And it's nice to have a space to share art because, you know, in the before times, that was a pretty big part of my life. So it's nice to have discovered a space. Appreciate it. All right, enough of that. This song is going to be called, I wrote it recently. It's called Oops, I Free Associated in Early Aughts Indie Folk Ballad again. And here we go. Is that working? Yeah, there we go. Lifelong fan of the self-fulfilling tragedy, shining star that's never meant to be, but it lives on through the night. Lifelong fan of the radiant prodigy, sad bastard who is meant to be something that will never be, something that will never, something that will. Lifelong fan of the artist in the attic, life that's never more at 27, at 27 or 34, never more. Yeah, lifelong fan of the fucker who looks sad to be on stage, who looks absolutely terrified to be adored, to be adored, to be adored, to be a lifelong contestant of this game we play. Will they, won't they, them, theirs? I spend my life wondering if I could be them. I mean, if I could be like them. Yeah, I'm a lifelong fan, but probably a wannabe, 'cause I don't think that I could be like them. I don't think that I could be like them. I think I'm happy. 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 Yeah, lifelong fan listen to their memories and sense. Before I take my kid to school, before I take my kid to the park, before I take my partner to the hospital, before I take my dogs upstairs to sleep, before I take my melatonin, before I take my dreams, before I take my dreams, where I'm too happy. What's the point of this middle point? They commodify our nights, they commodify our days. What's the point of this middle point? They commodify our dreams, they commodify our day, they commodify our art, they commodify my veins. My dyke blood runs for clicks and cryptos. Why can't we just be? My dyke blood runs for clicks and cryptos. Why can't we just be? 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 Why can't we just be happy? Thank you.
Yes, let me be the first to yell and scream and make noise. All right, everyone else, please unmute yourself. That was fan-fucking-tastic.
Lifelong fan of that, man.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. Bravo.
Wow. Building
Amazing.
bridges, burning bridges.
I'm not the only one who loves it.
Music.
It's way cool. Way cool.
Way cool indeed. Way cool indeed. Thank you. Thank you for not letting whatever you heard deter you from sharing with us tonight. Or if it inspired you to put into that to share with us tonight, we are grateful for whatever it was. That was absolutely fantastic, as Unmesh said. And also the visuals in the background. Come on. We love a multimedia situation. Thank you. Thank you for coming back, and thank you for coming back like that. We appreciate you. Please put your information in the chat so the folks can follow you, because I guarantee you got some more fans, forever fans in the room with you. All right. Lifelong fans right here. Yup, I know it's still going in my head too, Gustav. You know what I'm saying? It's fire. Kel, exactly. That's what I said. New favorite song. Indeed, indeed. Thank you, Burn Bridges. We appreciate you. All right. So, folks, we have made it through our guaranteed list. And what does that mean? That means we have made it to the good luck round, and we have a few people on there, and I'm excited for every single one of you. First up is the first person to answer me to get on the mic. I hope he's still here. Spongo, are you still here, Pongo? Are you still here? I hope I'm saying that properly. If not, you can feel free to correct me. All right, I just unmuted you. If you are still here, we'd love to hear you. If not, we will move on to Kel, and I will message you just to let you know you're going up, just in case you went to get some French fries or some chips or something, or the bathroom. You know, you're allowed to take a bathroom break. That's okay. We allow that here. So I'm gonna hit him up and have him come on next after we bring up Kel, who I know had to switch up what they were going to share with us. So I'm excited either way. Please unmute yourself and let us know how you feeling.
Yeah, what I originally was maybe thinking about reading was just way too sweet for the mood that I ended up in tonight after seeing some news. So yeah, I kind of went back through my stuff as I was listening to y'all, and I found one that I wrote in the quite a while ago, a couple years ago, and then I basically wrote a new one. So I'm gonna I took like a few lines from an old one, so I'm gonna do both. But So this one's called The Early Days. It surely was a dark and dismal, strangely quiet night when it began. We stood motionless, as if suspended mid-sentence, as we waited breathlessly. All knowing it approached, though none could see or hear it, closing the gap in between. The invisible assassin drew closer by the moment, and our only recourse was to stay exactly where we were, to freeze. And so we did. Or at least some of us did. That was another odd and disconcerting thing about this threat. As we hunkered down in our homes or the homes of others or whatever shelter we could find, word spread of others living their lives with heedless normality. And how dare they? Except some had no choice, and others couldn't understand. And instead of talking it out and figuring out a solution, we called the authorities on each other. We helped steal their freedom to protect our safety. The timeless and impossible choice, because one can't exist without the other. So the killer crept closer, and as we held our collective breath, as grisly images of the murders flickered across the screen before our wide and traumatically frozen open eyes, too terrified to cry out, too defeated to cry, together only in our isolation, with neither security nor liberty in sight. So that was the first one. That one I wrote a couple years ago. This one's mostly just literally from tonight, but it's called Whist. Most of the time, I don't mind the isolation, and I kind of love never leaving the house. I miss movie theaters and massages, though, and solo trips to faraway places and casual hugs. I want most, though, to not be so angry and afraid all the time, to not feel thrown away by the world. I've worked hard to love this broken body and its agony that now it marks me more than ever as disposable at best, tolerable collateral damage, and at worst, as warranting intentional deletion. But that's always been true, hasn't it? I'm nostalgic for a safety I never knew. So same as it always was, I guess. But this garbage made its way to the compost pile. Beware what's birthed when trash rots together. You just never know what might sprout. Thank you.
Oh, ooh, I am so here for every bit of that. I don't know what happened before, but thank goodness. I appreciate you for being here. Please unmute yourselves. And
You never know what might sprout.
you never know.
For now.
Courage.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank
Bloom
you.
where you planted.
Such wonderful words. We appreciate you for being here and gifting us with not one, but two beautiful pieces. Thank you so much. And you brought us Burn Bridges, so you already know. You already know you got a special place right here. Thank you, thank you. All right. We are going to move along to the next person in our good luck round, who I believe is Aisha. I'm super excited because usually she tries to come on and we don't have time, and then I'm sad, and it's a bad cycle, guys. So I'm glad that we're able to break the cycle. Aisha, I'm going to unmute you if you are still here with us.
I am here.
You are here. I'm excited.
Hey y'all. Hey beautiful people.
Hey.
I'm so glad to make it on. I've been listening. I'm like, please let me make it. I'm gonna share my screen. For people who don't know me, like I'm a huge proponent of love. I love love. And so a lot of my writing and thinking and devotion is towards love. And so this piece is called Love's Rhapsody. And it's like my little stab at singing a little bit and poetry. So here it is. I'm gonna share my screen.
All right, we're just gonna make sure you get to be a co-host so that you can do so. Advocate if you're with us. If you can just make her, yeah, there we go. Boom. All right, do your thing.
All right, thank you. Oh, what's this? I'm sharing the right thing. Can you see that?
No, you haven't shared screen yet.
Oh, let me go back. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, just gotta hit share screen.
Share screen. Oh, share sound. Share. Wow. Can you see my screen?
No, are you hitting share screen?
I did. Hold on.
Make sure you're choosing the right screen to share. Sometimes it doesn't go.
Love Rhapsody.
I can hear you, but I don't see it.
All right, hold on. How you doing? Sorry, y'all.
That's all right. You're building the suspense. That's all. You know, it's okay. It's all good.
Let's see.
And if the screen doesn't share, we can at least hear. But I would love to see, because I know you usually have a nice image for us.
Well, the image is just me, but
Well, we could see your face. It's just like your picture, but we could hear the sounds before. So if it doesn't work, you can play it.
okay. Was I supposed to accept the host responsibility? Is that what happened?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, hold on here.
You're already a co-host, so you just go down at the bottom and hit share screen. It should be green.
Oh, she's taking me back. Okay, here, let me see. Okay. Goodness.
So
Still nothing?
no, still nothing.
What is going on here?
It's all right. Do you want to just share?
All right, I think I got it. Hold on, let's see.
There we go. Ah, see, we have to stay faithful, right? That's a message. All right, it's sharing screen, but there's nothing on it. So you just have to choose a screen that we can see. There we go. I think we are cooking with some grease, child. Is it a YouTube video that we're supposed to be seeing? Yes. All right, good.
Love Rhapsody. Loves Rhapsody.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'll have to stop you. Advocate said that we can't actually. Aisha, let me pause you. Advocate said for security reasons, for copyright reasons, we can't have you post from YouTube. So we're just gonna have to have you give us the audio, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. All right, so let me turn it off.
All right. But you please do share though. We want to make sure we hear you.
All right, so then just do the audio?
Yes, we could do that for sure.
All right, so no sharing screen. Wait. Do I still share the screen and just don't do the audio? I mean
You could just play it because we could hear it.
Okay, all right.
Oh, it is hers, Advocate. So we should be good, unless it's yours, right? This is your video.
It's mine.
Okay, then we're good.
Okay, if it's your video, you can. We just have trouble with YouTube. Sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
No, it's totally mine.
We're learning. That's it. We're learning. We're trying new things and learning. Go ahead.
All right, rewind.
Pull up, selector. It's all good. There we go. Now the suspense has dropped down on everyone. And
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Sorry.
It's all good. We got
We're
time.
still good, right?
Oh, we're still good. We're still good. It's just loading up so we can see. All right, we can see if you want to hit play. See if it'll go.
Definitely hitting play. What's going on?
It might just be a little.
Okay.
There we go. All right, we're good.
All right, here we go. Love Rhapsody. Loves Rhapsody. Loves Rhapsody. Loves Rhapsody. I'm talking to you in this song because I want this note to hit different. Let it speak to your heart and sing to your soul. A love rhapsody, love's rhapsody, love rhapsody, love rhapsody. Every bar a beat match to the pulse of us. Cadence the way past hurt and pain. Pick up my melody, let's create rhythm. Music of our story together. Love's rhapsody, love's rhapsody, love's rhapsody. Our voices crescendo to reach higher planes of spiritual. You make me feel sing-songy, smiling, I'm happy. Vibrato the hell out of this section so our love vibrates on high. Love's rhapsody, love's rhapsody, love's rhapsody. Love songs have new meaning. Finally, they're for and not against me, while society ones are stored away for a rainy day. I want to karaoke our favorite tune, live out our soundtrack morning, noon, and nights. Love's rhapsody, love's rhapsody, love's rhapsody. Let this love, this joy stay on repeat so much so that it gets stuck in our heads and we can't stop singing of our love. Love's rhapsody, love's rhapsody, love rhapsody.
Beautiful, beautiful. So worth the wait. Thank you for sharing. Just go ahead and hit stop share.
Oh, stop.
That's okay. Awesome. Thank you, Aisha. Let me make sure everybody else gets a chance to tell you how they felt about the work. Please unmute yourselves.
So rhythmic and beautiful.
The delivery is just so rhythmic and
Very
infectious.
musical.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Very infectious and rhythmic and just very neatly paced.
Absolutely. Loves Rhapsody. I'm be hearing that all night. I don't know about the rest. Thank you so much for being here with us, Aisha. Please put your information in the chat, including Ron also asked if you could put your YouTube in the chat so we can make sure if there are other videos, we can see them, we can check them out for ourselves. Thank you for being patient with us, everyone. As we said, hey, you know, it's a Zoomverse, all kind of stuff happens. But we try to give each other grace and time so that we can get it right with each other, okay? So thank you again, Aisha, for sharing and for being here. I'm so happy that you were able to get on. I just want to take time to remind everyone that the party don't stop here, okay? The New Yo is always doing things, as RMT or Ron, Mark Thompson, was kind enough to remind us. Saturday is the 1-year anniversary for the hybrid open mic that is hosted by none other than Advocate of Words. And you guys got to hear a snippet of his voice as he chimed in to help us troubleshoot. Absolutely. Please, if you are in the tri-state area, if you're able to get to New York on Saturday, please do come out and spend some time with us. That's 7 p.m. for the hybrid open mic show. And then don't leave, okay? Make sure you wear your 90s outfit for the karaoke that will ensue afterwards. That is hosted by none other than our love, Paul Conquisto, also known as Honey Trap, if you will. He is our karaoke god, okay? So even if you don't know that you're a karaoke expert or someone who can get up there and do their thing, he makes sure that you're at least liquored up enough to try it, okay? So we have a good time. There's something going on at the New York just about every day of the week. We have open mics happening in person on Monday nights at 8 p.m., hosted by Supreme, online on 8 p.m., hosted by Advocate of Words. Same sign up information 24 hours ahead of time if you'd like to do that. If you're more likely to be in person and you like the slam situation, please come out on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. We are always doing that. Advocate of Words, again, I told y'all he is busy, 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 okay, and doing so much for the community, giving us all an opportunity to shine and to grow and to stretch ourselves, including on Sundays. He also has the Let's Write a Book workshop, where if you have never thought that you could possibly write a book of poetry, he is challenging you and challenging that idea. So please do follow Advocate of Words, that's words with a Z for poetic license, for more information on that and how you can get down, okay? I am going to close us out tonight. I'm the last person on the good luck round. And so I just want to show you guys that you will not evaporate if you put yourselves out there. You will not catch fire. As you can see, all of our artists are still live and well, though they decided to try and be vulnerable, open themselves up. Even when it was a little hard technically, we still push forward, we still persevere. And I encourage you to do the same as your life unfolds, however it unfolds from day to day. Please stay encouraged. Please love yourselves first. Feel your own will first before you try to feel anybody else's. It will not work. Trust me. Been there, done that over and over again. As Ron said, I also have a workshop coming up next Sunday. Or actually, it wasn't Ron, it was Ed who said that. And that is via the Art Defined Poetic Workshops entitled Cycles. So please come through, follow me at It's Ray Jane, that's ITSRAYJANE, and come through if you are interested in being further inspired. And I'm gonna take you guys out with a poem. I guess this is new shit, I just haven't shared it with anyone. And it's called I Know. And then afterwards, as we always do, we're gonna unmute, and I am going to count down from 10 to 1 with the things I want you to remember for the week, while you all yell wonderful things to each other to encourage each other. Okay, so first a little poetry, then a little bit of yelling, and then we're out of here. Okay, all right. And shout out to RMT and Advocate of Words holding us down in the background. As always, we appreciate you for keeping this safe space so that we could share the contents of our heart. All right, so I'm gonna get into my piece entitled I Know. I might be a love farmer, 'cause I know when the soil ain't no good. I know when the season is over. I know when the harvest ain't gonna be enough for this spiritual belly, when it get to groaning 'cause it's half empty. I know when the crop done went bad, when the pestilence can't be overcome. I know when the yield will be low. Oh yes, this discernment made itself an almanac. I know trauma responses got me thinking I can get control of what is lacking. But I know all the seeds I sow won't grow. But I am a farmer, so I do what I do, 'cause I know spring will come whether or not I am ready for it to. And I know who truly holds my reaping in hand. So I release this grip, 'cause I know start tilling like I understand. Ain't no desert in this favor. Yes, I know though famine may come and go. I know even when the sun is eclipsed and the rain is scarce. I know my land will have bounty. So again I release grip. I know I got to do my best to plant with intent, weed what seems daunting. I know repairing my roots requires I go on counting. Like I know grace is rising on stalks sturdy, reaching for the sunlight. They know my fruit will ripen in my mouth when I give thanks for abundance in advance. 'Cause I know winter remains on every horizon, and yet my faith keeps rising through. Even if they cement me, my roses crack what aims to bind me. So I know the faith of a farmer is all I need to remind me that I know. Thank you. So let me unmute you guys. Please give each other love and encouragement as we come into the end of our week. I appreciate you for the gift of your attention. I thank you for taking time and choosing to be here with us. You could have been anywhere else, could have been in your bed, could have been Zooming somewhere else with some other people. But we thank you for Zooming with us. We are here every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. This is the Thursday night online open mic presented to you by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Love, love, love on yourself and everyone in your close proximity. because it's free and we need more of it. So unmute and go wild, give each other love, let that energy free as I count us down and out.
Because we know, Ray J.
That was fire, Ray J. And the last.
Thank you for reading and blessing us.
That was some fire new shit.
So beautiful.
Everybody all inspired.
So beautiful.
Keeping on in New York. Hope to get to see you in September.
Exactly.
Inspire a
Love you
child.
all, poets. Thank you for bringing your truth.
Give the best.
3.
You can, and don't be judged by anybody. They know less
2.
than they think they
You are
know.
wiser than
Much
you
respect.
think. 1.
Love
You
one
have
another
no
always and
We
forever.
love you.